for sure.
You don't burn, dude?
Dude, you don't burn. Dude, like, does your mom have any more pot?
Dude,
She
Simi
has some
Valley, dude.
Zans. She has some Zans from Zonder and Yonder.
From Xander, dude. White Claws, dude. Can't get enough of. I don't know.
No, but for real, bro, Real Bros of Semi Valley is a very funny show, dog.
What's that? Real Life of Jimmy? That's the guy's name.
Yeah, that Jimmy Tatro guy, he's a fucking genius. He's the one that was on the American Vandal show on Netflix. You ever watch that?
Vandal. What is Vandal?
American Vandal.
American Vandal. I'll look
It's a
it up.
mockumentary. It's a mockumentary show on
Did you
Netflix,
see the
bro.
video
It's
where he was
hilarious.
like fifth grade dating relationships or some shit? Like, he was like playing where he did a little skit on a show, and it was like the kid was like sending friends to talk for him, and he was like, um, uh, Jeremy says he likes you and says to the girl, and I don't know, some shit like that. This gets on that channel so fire, but
Bro, he is a genius. That him and the
he was in
Getter is
22
the
Jump Street. Did you know that?
he was. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was.
yeah. With the guy with the
I
red
think he.
mohawk.
I don't know if he was he in Grown Ups the movie maybe Grown Ups too.
He
I
fits
think
that
he was one.
stereotype of the Taylor Lautner type of
Yeah, he's like
lacrosse
the
player.
hell yeah.
Dude, yeah, like
Dude, one like you want to go, bro? For sure, for sure.
dude, the Grown Ups too, man. That's like a hidden gem. Everybody hates that shit, but I love it. We've been recording, but um,
That's cool.
that's like a banger right there. Like, we,
People sleep on Adam Sandler, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah.
you ever watch this movie Sandy Wexler on his manager?
Nah, I
It's
saw the
based
trailer though. Like, and I
it's
thought it
based
looked
on
really good.
it's based on his manager, and the guy's like a compulsive liar. You feel me? And he's always hyping up, like, so yeah, man. Like, I was just talking to Madonna, and she wants you to be on the song with her, and just trying to get them like hyped up, and that's how you. I see that in a lot of shit because sometimes you gotta hype people up to keep them motivated. You feel me? You gotta keep like, and that's basically what that movie's about. It's fucking manager, Sandy Wexler.
Yeah. What other? What's another hidden Adam Sandler gem you could recommend?
Click.
Mm. Mm.
Click was fucking raw, bro. Click was that was a movie that I teared up in that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna recommend one right now to the audience. The Andy Samberg one. That's my boy.
Andy
That's
Samberg.
Andy Samberg. Were you making fun of how
You
I
ever
said
watch?
it?
Did you ever watch the skit show The Whitest Kids You Know?
No. Sounds like a banger though.
Yeah, The Whitest Kids You Know is another skit show, and they have this one SNL skit where it's like Adam Sandler, Sandy Amberg, Sandy Sandler, Fandy Lambert. It was just straight like copying that. Shit was hilarious,
That's
bro.
funny, bro. You know what That's My Boy's about though, and you know the Vanilla Ice was in it and shit.
Nah,
So
to be honest with you, that's one of the ones that I skipped. It was that one and the Jack and Jill one. I didn't see those.
That's My Boy. It's like he when he was like 12, he like knocked up his teacher, and then his teacher went to jail or some shit, and then the kid like got adopted by someone else, and then the kid is like marrying someone. So then like he's kind of like but when he knocked up his teacher, he became like a celebrity in all these magazines, gave him a bunch of money and stuff like that, and he's like an old alcoholic, and then he ends up like seeing his like um son when he gets like married or something, and then he's like trying to reunite with his son, and his son's Andy Samberg and stuff like that, and yeah, and then they have one of those like it's like one of those like bachelor party type movies where like they're all like reuniting and haven't seen each other, and they have like a really messed up relationship until stuff like that happens, and there's
Yeah,
just a
like
bunch
when
of
they
those
see
like
each other, you can
yeah
kind of tell they see when they see each other and you meet up, they hate each other. And by the end of the movie, after all the bullshit, they're
yeah
like,
exactly
"I love you. You're my dad."
and they stumble upon Vanilla Ice, and then Vanilla like they literally like go into They literally go to like they have one of those scenes where not one of those scenes. The scene isn't really popular, but they rob a liquor store or some shit because they're really drunk, and then the owner of the liquor store is like, "Those look like some fun guys," and joins them and hangs out with them through the rest of the movie. And it's like, what? Why does the liquor store owner automatically want to hang out with some people that robbed him? Okay, it was a moment. It was a moment.
You know what's a good Adam Sandler movie too that's recent was The Do-Over.
Yeah,
It was him
with
and David
Dave
Spade.
Spade, that shit. And Joe, I have a Joe Dirt poster right there, and the Joe Dirt
Oh yeah.
soundtrack has some bangers. The burning for you, the I'm burning, the Blue Oyster Cult. They go ham, and Eddie.
Bro, I used to deliver Chinese food to the producer of Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh,
The one that they did the more cowbell.
yeah, no, I'm gonna sample the
That
more cowbell thing and make a funk beat, dude.
the guy that Christopher Walken was playing, I delivered Chinese food to that guy. That was
Dude,
crazy.
yeah, dude, that's a great movie right there, and like the soundtrack is laced with a bunch of other good shit, like the if I could walk on water, if I would find some way to, yeah, and all that shit, and then there's just like music that people that look like Kid Rock would listen to.
Yeah.
Like NASCAR, like I'm talking like NASCAR. There's like a bunch of water poured into the back of a truck bed, and they're in it. It's like you're sitting in a truck bed, but the truck bed is a bath, and you sit in that and you watch NASCAR games. That type of music, okay? That.
Talking about Kid Rock, you a wrestling fan?
No, I'm not.
You would look you look like the guy would be a wrestling fan. You never got into it like early
No.
shit? Well, when you get the chance, since you like storytelling, you like movies and shit like that, get into like 1997, 1998 WWF, like Attitude Era. That's what they call it, the Attitude Era.
Mm.
That right there is storytelling, bro. That's where The Rock came from. That's where he got famous first. And then, Dwayne Johnson, the actor.
That's The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I know that he was a wrestler before he did all the Moana shit or whatever he's doing today. Or what was the last one? Skyscraper. I mean, Die Hard. I mean, Skyscraper.
Yeah, you have some Inferno or something, wasn't it?
I don't even know. I just know that it's really similar to Die Hard.
It was just like a burning ass building, and you had to like get out of it.
No, I'm not gonna lie and say like I love those fucking stupid movies like San Andreas. That was a banger right there. I don't get that was a great movie. That was like completely like I love like
Just shit, just destroying and shit.
but like yeah, just like in 2012, like 2012 is one of my favorite movies. Like, and what I love about the movie is that the end completely defies the logic of the whole movie. It's like the more like the movie just like the world's ending and all this crazy shit's happening, and it's like it's like someone just took the earth and like did what I'm doing on my microphone right now. And then at the end of the movie, everything just stops. And they're like,
Bro, the
it's going to
crazy
be
thing
good. The
about
water levels are going to go lower now. We're not going to be floating like Noah's Ark anymore. Yay. The water levels will be fine. And it's like,
the
what?
crazy thing about those movies is how you know how long it takes to do those effects. Like once you go to film school and you're like, damn, just to do one scene, it takes that long.
I
It's
used
like
to
you
do
really
stop motion
appreciate.
effects. I used to do stop. The first YouTube videos I made, I was like 7 and doing stop motion animation. And it's like layering every single shot with one little laser beam that shoots out of the gun. To Is that what you mean?
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like straight up, like they'll build a whole city and then have it like sink in, and there's all the buildings and everything flying, and they really make that shit look real. And it's just like, bro, that scene would probably take weeks or months, and you really understand why a person would get millions of dollars to do a movie.
And that's why like so like that's how do I say this? I've been taking movies less seriously and starting to just enjoy the stupid ones. Like one of my favorite movies, and I'm not afraid to say this: Scary Movie 3. I like that movie better than Halloween. I don't care. Like, what do I watch? Do you really expect me to
Scary
like?
Movie 3 had some moments, bro. That's the one where they were copying 8 Mile and Signs
Yeah,
and
and the Matrix
yeah.
reload, whatever, the third one or whatever.
Man, I'll never forget that 8 Mile section. And Kevin Hart was in there with Anthony Anderson, I
Yeah,
believe. That shit was funny, bro. It was
and he puts
funny.
up the hood and
Yeah, and it's crazy because supposedly when they made that movie, they stole the ideas of the Wayans had for the third movie. And then since they took Wayans out the project and
yeah, that was the only
it
like
oh,
non-Wayans brothers movie.
so imagine so imagine if we would have got the Wayans version of that movie. It would have been crazy, probably even funnier. You never know.
The first one's not that bad though, and the fifth one's
That was
overhated.
the best one. The first one was the best scary movie, bro. That was just like it was
Well,
hitting on like
the third one's
it
just a
was
bunch of
perfect.
random bullshit, and there's not really that much of an ending.
But by the third one, it was already like slapstick a little bit, but it was still funny. You feel
But the
me?
first one at
Second,
least was structured, you know.
to me it was kind of like a hill. You feel me? The first one was the best, and then it goes down. The second one was the second best. Third one was the third best, and it was just like perfect order. Like it just kept getting worse and worse. But by the third, it was still good a little bit. And then the fourth one, it was just like straight slapstick, stupid shit. It's always just getting hit by something, and you feel me?
Yeah.
And then they just think if they could just put some famous person there, put Shaq in there or some shit like that, it'll be funny. And then it's like, nah, man. I don't know. They took Wayans out. It kind of took
Think the
it
haunted
took
house movies.
yeah. The first haunted house was good, bro. The Marlon Wayans one, that shit was raw, bro. But then he went and did the second one like right after. They didn't even give
The
any
second
time
one
to
wasn't
breathe.
that bad.
Nah, man. The second one was terrible, dog. Like I can't. I don't know. I'd never watch the second
You ever
one again.
seen Meet the Blacks?
Meet the Blacks. Is that Mike Epps?
Yeah, he parodied the Purge.
Nah, I didn't even watch The Purge. For some reason, I just never gave that movie like it
Familiar
just
with the
felt so
concept?
unrealistic. Yeah, the concept felt so unrealistic that I didn't even want to check the movie out. And it's weird because I would see stuff that had terrible, like crazy concepts, but for that, it was just like that would never
I
happen.
think I mean the series is interesting and the concept to me is interesting, but I do agree it's unrealistic. But the first movie
It's
is
kind
just
of like some dudes. It's kind of like some dudes who are like smoking weed. Like, dude, what if we made a movie that they're just like a day where you can do whatever you want, and then like, fuck it, bro, let's do it. Like, my mom has the money, she'll pay for it, bro. And then they will make that.
no, that's
Just
fucking hilarious.
they had to be high when they did this shit. So then, I don't know. I never gave it a chance, but I heard it's good. So
But it's
someday when I
good.
got
It's
time.
good, but like they made the first movie like just a straight up home invasion movie, and it would have been there's much better like movies that are in the series that are set in like a city. Like the second one's way much better than the first one and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, but the first one was a bit disappointing because it's just like a home invasion movie in a rich neighborhood. Like, come on now, really? There's so much possibilities. Like, 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 and I'm not just saying that because I'm interviewing an artist right now, but like, imagine like you have like I don't know, like imagine like you have the purge, but in the perspective of like a celebrity. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you like let's say like someone follows around like Drake or somebody at a Drake level during the purge, like what would they do? Like would Drake be like going in the middle of the street and like kicking an infant or some shit?
We kind of got something like that with This Is the End.
Sure.
Did you ever watch
Yeah.
that? That shit was tight. I actually rewatched it again the other day because I think I was on Amazon Prime or some shit like that, and I just got some free trial. And that movie is like it was genius, bro. Everybody was playing themselves.
Wasn't Jay Baruchel in that, right?
Yeah, Jay Baruchel.
Dude, he
He's
wrote
like
Goon. You a fan of Goon?
he played like the guy that's like awkward. You feel me? It's cool because it shows kind of like a behind the scenes, even though it might be all made up. They might all be friends and shit like that, but they made a whole story like fucking Jonah Hill is cool with Seth, and he's part of this side, and he needs to be cool with Jay. So and they're trying to like you know what I'm saying like so he's like extra nice to Jay. And he's like, guys, listen to Jay, what Jay has to say. And that shit was just hilarious, bro. They did that shit so genius. That was a very genius
Well, what
movie.
type of movie would you make? Would it be like a real personal one, or would it be like way more story action driven?
I have like I have like 15 or between 15 and 20 movies in my phone that they're all different type of genres. Some of them are like the Brazilian version of an American movie. Like I want to do a Brazilian version
Would they
of
be in Brazilian language?
yeah, I
Hell
want to do a
yeah.
Brazilian movie. I want to do a Brazilian movie that's like the version of like you know those like substitute teacher in the hood type movies.
Oh.
You do that in Brazil, bro, like a favela. You feel me? Like some good teacher in the favela. That's gonna be a crazy movie,
You've
bro.
used the word favela in your songs, but you use it to the same way people use hood in a song.
Yeah, because favela is a Brazilian like a hill in the Brazil. Like there's flat favela. We just before I believe it was just the hill version of the hood. You feel me? But in São Paulo, there's a lot of flat hoods too, and they just call that favela too. I'm not
I'm
sure.
just saying
So
I
it's
fuck with
basically
that,
like
and that's cool. And
so it's
you don't
basically
hear that a lot, you know.
yeah. So basically, it's a slum, a Brazilian slum.
Yeah, and that's just hella interesting right there. But and you did a whole thing like people should definitely check out, you know, international artists and stuff like that. So what non-Brazilian, non-American artists are you a fan of?
Um, over here, Bailey Funk,
No, non-Brazilian, non-American
non-Brazilian,
artists.
non-Brazilian, non-Brazilian American. I'm a fan of a lot of European. You know, like I believe Thievery Corporation
Yo, you know
is.
about them? The Welcome to My Space. What's that one joint called? The Welcome to My Spaceship joint.
I don't know, but I've sampled them a ton, bro.
For real?
Maybe you might want to cut that out. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they'll hear about this yet, not
They're
for
an
a
yeah,
while.
the oh man, they got that one shit. Richest Man in Babylon, that's a good project right there.
Yeah, bro. They don't have a bad project, and they have one that's like dedicated to Brazil. It's called Saudade, which means miss, like you miss somebody.
Dude, I'm about to sample
Yo,
them. Off camera, tell me what tracks you sampled with them. I'm gonna start recording. But
you're gonna have to look that up, bro. I can't be giving up the sauce like that. I might even have to tell you to cut all this shit out. We can't be
the
giving
hearts
this shit out. I'm giving you theory like when we release this, cut this out. I'm giving you theory corporations to sample. You feel me? Don't put that out. I don't want everybody sampling that shit.
what's Thievery Corporation?
Theory corporation.
All right. How'd you stumble upon the 48 Laws of Power?
I haven't even really read it like that, bro. I kind of like I heard about the book when I was like looking up The Secret and all this other shit.
To the
And
game.
yeah, like there's also like the rich man, poor man. I forgot what it was called.
Rich
Like it
Dad,
was
Poor Dad.
yeah, that guy. Fucking we were into like the whole MLM in trading and all that shit where you're kind of like
Binary.
trying to make money financially or binary and forex and shit like that. And then so you read these kind of books and then I heard of the 48 laws of power. I haven't really read it like that, but I know the laws. Like I've
I could mail you a copy. I'm not joking.
you mailed me a copy, dude.
I would, dude, bro. And
Dude, like
some white claws with it too, dude.
dead ass, like dead ass.
No kizzy, dog.
Straight up, send it over, bro. I
Yeah, for
wouldn't
real.
mind reading it. You
So
feel
what's
me?
your address? Tell us on camera. All right, I'm done. But what did a past affiliate have to say that you compare to you and your music group?
I think like when we were talking about earlier how you shouldn't overwhelm an artist.
What artist would you, what advice would you give to like you when you started off? If you could do that and give some advice to you when you started off.
If I could give some advice to me when
A
I
young
started off
Nem.
with, it would be focus on YouTube. You feel me? Just keep fucking dropping and always, you feel me? Like eventually you can monetize everything, you know? Like I don't know. Nowadays, every day I'm trying to add to my catalog of what's registered to my like content ID. You feel me? Whether it be a beat or an old song of mine or a new song of mine. To the point where it's gonna add up. Like let's say you have 10,000 songs, and let's say you have 10,000 fans. You feel me? At that point, you can retire just off of streaming. So if I could have given advice to my former self, it would have been just like drop as much music as possible
Yeah.
and make sure it's registered. Like
What does that mean?
put it somewhere
Like the rights to it?
yeah, like I use identify.com. I want to plug them because I want to help them out. I want them to get some artists under them so that they
I'm looking at. I'll do that right now.
so they can stick around. You feel me? So they can stick around. It's identify with two Y's at the end. Identify.com with two Y's.
Okay.
You go on there. If you go on there, you could register your music for free on YouTube, and they take 30%. But it's free up front. Like anywhere else that I was at, like at least DistroKid, TuneCore, you had to pay for Content ID. And I don't know if anywhere else is different. I haven't tried them yet, but we identify. It's you feel me. Every 3 months, the check comes in PayPal, and it's unlimited. You feel me? You could upload every day if you want. Upload all day. So imagine what you can accumulate.
Well,
Like if you're not getting paid right now for your YouTube, are you getting paid? Are you already to the point where you're in partner with them getting paid off ads?
I'm almost monetized. I just need a few more watch hours. I already have the 1,000 subscribers.
Well, like, 'cause if you wanted to right now, you could sign up to Identify, and you'll put like an outro, like put like 45 seconds of a song you made at the end, and boom, off rip, you're getting ad revenue from that video today if you want. Well, I
Shit.
don't know about today, of course, because you have to get approved as an artist. So it'll probably like within this week, you can have your YouTube monetized already. You just have to put your outro at the end of the video.
I'm gonna look into that shit. NEM dropping some truth bombs on here. All right. I'm gonna
That's
get
what I'm
into
here
that. I'm
for.
gonna get to that.
Dude, that's what we're here for. We're here to like smoke some weed and give out gems.
And
That's what we're
gems,
here for.
gems that are
That's what we're here
uncut.
for, bro.
Gems that are uncut, dude.
Uncut gems, bro. Just like Adam Sandler and Zahn.
And Sandy Anberg. But
Sandy Amber.
Sandy Anberg. You know, sometimes I say this to confuse myself.
He's a good guy.
What I say? I say shit. I love like messing up people's words and just confusing them. Like, there's another example of me doing that. Dupe snog. I don't know, just shit like that. I just say some weird shit sometimes.
Can you believe that this vape came through the plane with me with this THC? And I didn't even know. And it went through. It showed up in Brazil. Do you even burn?
Do you burn? No, I do burn. I do burn. That answer your question. Everybody doesn't believe it though.
It's cool if you
Everybody's
don't burn,
me.
bro. We'll still be your friend. Huh?
Dude, people like always act. I think it's. I don't know. Am I like really like antsy and like seem like I'm stressed out all the time?
Dude, you seem so stressed. Just like you're popping a bubble, bro.
Acid. Bro, that shit was
And Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. The new Mike Tyson movie's coming out. It's gonna be Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is gonna be the new Mike Tyson. Did you know that? Jamie Foxx.
Bro, he did a whole thing about how he like looked into conquerors, like known conquerors of like the world and shit. Like he would like look into Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great and shit.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson and
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. That's probably why he became a fighter, because people were making fun of him because he had a lisp back in the day.
That's to talk to him about like Mike, you have to just come with the lisp and be really thin with it, bro. I mean, I'm probably not good with it, but Mike Tyson. And I might it's fun. It's funny because at the beginning of his podcast,
These are good
his
podcasts, really good
yeah
podcasts.
his co-host that has like this deep voice and shit. Like, yeah, so I'm here, and I'm Brian Adam here, and I'm Mike Tyson. You just come in like
What you doing? What you
he
doing?
knows that he has a funny voice. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm Mike Tyson.
And this is Hotboxing with Mike Tyson.
No,
But
but that shit, it's a dope ass podcast, bro. He even like, man, there's this one podcast. He gets deep and he starts crying. He's just like,
he had an episode with
no, it was crazy, man. It was
John
deep.
Kennedy's son, JFK's son.
Was it?
Yeah, he had one with him, but he had like a speech impediment and like, um, I watched it. But a lot of people like this. He had like his son, JFK's son, has like a really horrible speech impediment and stuff like that. But he has a lot to say though, and I'm really like invested in the JFK conspiracy realm. Like I am huge into conspiracy. I just started a new conspiracy theory podcast for my patrons. Um, Shout out to the patrons, stuff like that. But I just talk about like my last episode. I was talking about how like when it comes to alternative media, Alex Jones is the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to him.
Is
Shit
it
like that.
patrons or is it Patreon?
I think it's called Patreon, but the actual people that support you and subscribe, they're called patrons.
True.
Um, I don't know.
So you're doing a conspiracy theory podcast on your Patreon?
That's what I'm calling it now to people that I like to use the term alternative history. Because I treat the conspiracy theories that I'm into like Middle Earth, you know, like just some
Mm-hmm.
fun shit to think about. I just they're just fun shit to think about. It's not like actual truth to me, but it is like I just read a book on Charles Manson's involvement with the MK Ultra mind control program. Are you into stuff like that?
I used to be really deep into like the symbols and shit in the music videos.
Yeah, because you have like firsthand experience with it, and like we kind of already touched on it. But if you have any more slivers of information you'd like to talk about, that would be great.
I had first-hand experience of it way later, you feel me? But in the beginning, it was like 2007, 2008. Started seeing that shit in like every video. Like Wiz Khalifa got signed to Columbia or some shit. First video he drops, and there's like a kid with a Baphomet symbol or some shit, pentagram on his shirt.
And Black China
And then
has a
yeah, and then
Baphomet tattooed on their
And then
ass
Wiz's rings had like a,
back.
you feel me? Like I don't know if it was a Baphomet or if it was a pyramid or some shit.
Yeah. Early Wiz was something
The
different.
music started changing.
Early Wiz was something different. Oh my
No, but
god.
even on that album, he had good music on there, bro. People hate on Rolling Papers, but when you listen to that shit live, that shit was dope, bro. It was like that album was made for like a concert. You feel me?
Word. You went to a concert of his?
I went to like 3 Wiz concerts, and one of them was with Snoop, and that shit was tight because like next to the stage they had like huge screens, like it was probably like to the 4th or 5th floor. You feel me? Like
Dude,
and
him, Wiz
and there, and, there,
rapping.
and it was like thin screens, and like each screen was one whole body of like Wiz Khalifa on one side and Snoop on the other side. So it was like you're watching them in the middle, and you're also watching 2 giant versions of them right there. You feel me? So it was like I was watching a huge like 50-foot Wiz rapping at me and a 50-foot Snoop, and then right in the middle of that show, they say, "Oh, we're gonna go do smoke some weed in the back," and then they go to the back, and then all of a sudden they pop up in the middle because there's like a middle section like between the front crowd and the back crowd, like the grass. There was like a middle section. They just pop up in the middle and they just start rapping to us. It was a crazy experience, bro. Like Wiz and Snoop, they know how to throw an amazing show. Wiz does not get the credit he deserves for throwing live shows, bro. That man, he does it like a legend. Like he doesn't rap on the song. He raps just on the with a mic. You feel me? Just the beat. You feel me? And he raps loud and clear, like it's like the CD without no backing vocals in the back, bro. And he really rips that
He
shit.
should do a live album.
Me,
No, him. Well, you
him,
should
yeah,
too. You
for
should
sure.
too. I mean, you should do that too. I don't know how like if you
Nah,
got your shows
not
set up
me. Not yet, not yet. I need to get better on that.
on shows.
Yeah.
Well, if you see what Freebase and most of in what LA they've been doing, they've gotten some good shows. I don't know if you're connected with them, but LA has been doing good
Yeah,
for the
Freebase,
underground.
he's the one doing shows with Zabe and shit, right?
Yeah, fucking love Freebase Records right now, and they also have Young Suicide Productions, which is like a promo thing where like they have a whole playlist thing set up.
Yeah, the playlist. Yeah, I fucks with them, bro. Every
Yeah,
now
they're
and then we
fire, dude.
post
And
them on
I'm
the story
interviewing
page.
Young Vader real soon. Young Vader interview coming out soon, but yeah,
That's what's
man,
up.
they're fire. And all the Young Vader shows they look so much fun, dude. Like, and he's a he brings this like angry leprechaun energy to his shit, and I like that. That sounds really offensive, but I don't mean it to be. I'm just, but he's just like it's like I'm hearing like an angry leprechaun rap at me,
Bro,
and
why'd you call him an angry leprechaun, bro?
bro, right?
Why you doing that, bro? Why you gonna
Are you,
offend a man like
bro? And this one, it's not really a real question, but like, are you tall? Like in person, are you tall? Or are you
am I
just like
tall? Nah,
medium
I'm
height?
like five. I'm like I'm 5'7", 5'8", around there.
Hey, all right, all right, all right, all right. Good, we're on the same level. All right, that's dope. That's dope. Ziplock's apparently tall as shit in person. Like apparently he's like 6'1" or 6'2" or some shit. I could be wrong. I don't know.
For real.
Yeah. Zip's doing well. He just got a new job,
It
making
says
some
the
bread.
connection is unstable. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, Zip got a new
Is
job. He's doing real well.
I heard he's detailing or something, detailing your car.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out Ziploc.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, he's doing. He's always he's a great soul. One he's my friend Hendy said that he is he has an unlimited vault of knowledge waiting to pour open or some shit like that. That's what my friend Hendy says about. What are you eating right now?
I'm eating a tangerine.
That's dope. That's dope. Shouts out to Tangerines. Big fan of you.
In Brazil, they're everywhere, bro. So I'm
Uh,
sorry. I'm sorry if it's rude.
no, oh my god.
Oh, I now that I think about it, I'm probably it's probably in the picking up on the mic, all this chewing and shit. I'm probably rude as
I
fuck.
interviewed
I'm
Jake
sorry.
OHM and he told me not to chew gum on podcasts. Are you familiar with Jake OHM?
I believe I heard his beats.
Yeah, his funk beats are nuts. They're nuts. But he did one. I think.
If I'm not mistaken, he was in the producer tournament that I was doing.
Yeah, I think he did a song with APOC Crisis hopped on his beat. Maybe somebody with APOC Crisis. APOC Crisis is nuts. Oh my god.
That dude, he's a beast.
And
He's a
Killer
beast.
C, you know a lot about Killer C. You've made stuff with Killer C.
Killer C's the homie, man. He's cool as fuck. He's a dude. If I ever do like a Friday type movie, I'm getting Killer C in that shit.
Oh man. Oh man.
Imagine the Killer C character in Friday. I mean, I don't know if you follow him on Facebook. You don't, cause you said you don't got Facebook, but on Facebook, he's funny, man. Funny as fuck. He got his little kitchen. He's a chef. You know that?
Oh word. That's cool. That's cool. That's something I have in common with him. Yeah, I'd be cooking up cheesesteaks and shit. I mean, he's probably like an official ass chef. He's probably bodies everything he touches in real life. You know what I'm saying? But but nah, his production's on a different level. I mean,
Killer C, he does Killer C does those like the fire like chicken wings, like a ton of different type of chicken wings.
That's dope. That's dope. I'll definitely have
Do
to
you
get
watch
as I
do
get
you
more
watch
creative at a party. What?
do you watch Hot Ones?
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes.
Bro, watch like binge watch that shit. If you he's very Nardwar like that. Like he's the next guy next to Nardwar as far as like how to interview and shit. Even Nori went on the show and he was like he couldn't stop like talking about how dope Sean was
Who? George
interviewing
Nori?
Noriega, the rapper. He has a drink champs podcast
Oh, oh,
with all the legendary rappers.
oh, oh. Okay. What other podcast do you mess with?
You don't watch you never watched any drink champs podcasts?
Nah.
Damn, bro, you sleep.
What
You
other?
need to check out some Drink Champs podcast, bro. It's Nori and DJ EFN, and they get legends, and when they get the legends, like Nori, he doesn't fuck around, bro. He'll straight up like ask all the deep questions, and he'll remind them. Remember that time you shot that club when I was over there? And you feel me? Like he'll be like, even Fat Joe was like freaking out the first time he did an interview with Nori because Nori wasn't giving, he wasn't, there was no boundaries. He was just asking him anything. And that shit was it's a ill ass podcast. The only issue with it is sometimes they get a little too drunk on there, so he'll be talking over the guy, and you feel me, and like
Yeah,
too hype. They make too much noise on that shit.
that's dope. What other podcasts are you a fan of?
I like a wrestling podcast.
You're into that
I
a
like
lot.
Joe Rogan. Um, Infinity.
Mm. I mean,
Aries Spears has a podcast.
do you know Hillary
The
Clinton has a podcast?
Nah.
I'm not joking. Oh my god, it's like
Who wakes up and is like, I need to check out this Hillary Clinton podcast.
me
Like
one day in
they woke up
October.
and they chose violence.
Oh my god, dude! I actually like listened to like an episode of it. It was like, it's like it sounds like, just some corporation was like, all right, what's the next? Let's strike up a deal. And they like went to like a little like random celebrity generator, and we're like, who are we gonna send a deal for to start a podcast with? And it landed on Hillary Clinton. Okay, let's send her a contract. And here we are. It's like there's so many podcasts that pop up, and you're like, what the fuck does this person know about that shit? Like,
For real.
they're just like, there's so much examples of just, I don't know. You can tell when someone like, who the fuck is like David Dobrik? Like, what? Who is this person? Like Mr.
Like,
Vlogman?
who is David Dobrik?
Yeah. There's just so much of these like people that pop up out of it. Like the guy Aiden who like did some freestyle. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the Z-ass guy. Some random YouTuber. Like, there's always some person that pops up out of nowhere that becomes a personality. And it just annoys with me because like I see all these people that put in so much work that I know about. And then
Some random dude that has a gimmick or something pops up.
yeah, and then you know what the Aiden guy's gimmick is he does interview he does little vlogs with rappers because they're a reaction video channel. So he does little vlogs with rappers, and then he does this freestyle in front of them. In the freestyle, he says gay shit in the freestyle. Whoa! And he tries to piss off the rapper by saying something gay and tries to trigger him. Like, okay, like, and I think the best part about the guy who said like did the freestyle is that when he went on live, and some girl joined his live, right, and the girl was like, hello, how tall are you? And then 2 seconds later, the girl who's like with a high pitched voice, she's like, what would you rate me? And he's like, I would rate you a 8 And then the girl who has the high pitched voice, she's like, it's a guy, and she's like, "You a non." and then it's
Nah.
it's like a transgender. She like caught him off guard and shit. And it's this girl like named like That Love Barbie, some shit like that. And they go to different account like rappers and like join their live and do the high pitched voice thing. And everybody's like, he got a taste of his own medicine and shit like that. But that's a story I enjoy. That's a story I enjoy. Right
You
there.
enjoy.
I enjoy that story. Yeah.
So what kind of you said what kind of movie would you do like your first movie? What would it be like?
What would it be like? Oh, you want to hear the concept of the movie that I made?
I mean, you don't have to really reveal all the reason why I revealed this story is because it's like a movie I want to do in Brazil. You feel me? And it's kind of not even like my first movie I want to make. So it's like if someone does take it, it's whatever.
Okay,
But
let's go.
if you
I'm
don't
gonna
want to,
give you
if
the
you don't
whole
want to
plot.
reveal,
I'll give you the whole plot. Nobody's watching this. Not a lot. I'm not saying
fuck
nobody's
it,
watching
fuck
this,
it,
but
dude. Just between me and you, what's
yeah,
the
it's not
story?
like this is recording or anything. But all right, let's go. Give me 5 minutes. All right. It starts off with a guy who gets dropped off on a lifeboat from a spaceship into the water. The lifeboat has probably a couple of days of food in it. The lifeboat randomly floats for a couple of days, and then he ends up stumbling upon an island. This island, he goes on this island. He meets a bunch of people on the island, just like a small town, sort of like modernist 50s type of town, right? And he meets a girl, stuff like that. Ends up starting to live with the girl and stuff like that in the island and stuff like that. Has no idea how he got here and stuff like that. And then as soon as he engages,
Wait, he's just gonna wake up in the middle of the ocean and he's gonna find the island.
yeah, but just no, just keep listening.
And
Just stop,
I'm
stop,
trying to figure out.
stop. Let me go. And then he ends up like getting engaged with this girl and stuff like that. Just 50s, the nuclear family type town. Okay, but it's on some random island. And then he ends up getting engaged with this girl, and then like someone comes into two people come in his house, rob the house, shoot his girlfriend, and then he wakes up, and then realizes, and he wakes up in this like hospital bed, and then it's like all in the futuristic type shit, and then someone tells him, "You are a mass murderer. That was a simulation for you to learn empathy." So then you learn what it feels like for someone to kill someone that you love because you were a mass murderer. And then what they do is they wipe his record after putting him in a simulation and force trauma upon him. He goes into the normal life, right?
Like that's his punishment
That's
is
punishment.
going through what he went through.
Yes.
That's cool. It's like a twist at the end that you learn that
This is not the end, though.
I mean, why is this all happening?
Yeah. So then,
Dude, there's more.
yeah, there's more, dude. He learns how to burn.
He burns.
He burns. The end.
He burns.
He burns, dude. That's the end.
Dude, now it's like the best movie. He burns. Nah, but for real,
And then so this is what happens.
that's pretty cool. And then
This is
so
what happens.
keep going.
Yeah, so he in the real world, right? So he ends up becoming a lawyer and having a real normal family and stuff like that. And then he starts and then like 10 years later, he starts realizing like someone's following him and stuff like that, and he ends up like, instead of going to the courthouse, he ends up going to his house and stuff like that. And then what happens is someone he actually has two choices. Should I go home or should I go to the courthouse? And then he ends up deciding, all right, I'm gonna go to the courthouse and stuff like that. And then at the end of the little court meeting, he ends up getting a call that his children were murdered, right? His two children were murdered and stuff like that. And the person that murdered his children came from his past life prior to the simulation. The person that murdered his children was the father of someone who I think he killed their kid or some shit, right? So that happens, right? And he what he ends up happening, he's just like, nah, I'm gonna give this person a fair trial, stuff like that. And then he ends up making sure that like in the trial he ends up getting him in court and shit, and he ends up like this person he realizes the simulation
Maybe you
program.
shouldn't reveal the ending. If there's like a big like blow off at the end, you
There
should be
there isn't
like,
there isn't a big scene at the end. This is what happened. Is
oh,
this what happens is he ends up realizing the simulation program isn't like running still, so then he starts it up again, and then like the last scene is like him waking up
but
someone else from.
how? But how is he like moving around if the simulation is like? So he just wakes up and he's in that life, but it's not a simulation anymore. It's still the same life.
No, it's the life from when he used to be a mass murderer again. It's like the real modern world. It's probably like
So he just
2078 or
wakes
something
up and
like
it's
that.
like, okay, so the simulation is off, and then
Yeah.
he goes to turn it on again.
No, what happens is he starts to realize the program that put him in the simulation is over, and then he starts it up again for someone else that committed a crime.
To
I,
continue the punishment.
yeah, the punishment, because it was really helpful for him, but then he realizes it was ended. I don't know. But I want to make some like real reality alternate shit, because there's just like,
Right, that's a good idea. You gotta polish it up. You know,
yeah,
like
man, it's something that I really am proud of
you
doing.
dot those I's and cross those T's. That's all you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, because I love like I feel like it's a different approach to the reality, weird simulation shit. Like, I don't know. Tenet is a really good, like, Christopher Nolan and The Matrix are a big inspiration for me writing that. Like, but I don't know. Did you watch Tenet?
Tenant, no.
That was a banger right there. Do you want me to explain it to you a little bit?
Sure.
Um, shit, this is hard. Um, it's about inversion. So you can go into a machine that takes you to a state of existence where everything is traveling backwards and you're traveling forward, and you can change time as it's moving backwards.
Who
So
can do that?
this machine in the
Mm.
movie and stuff like that. So there's like what's the MacGuffin in the movie? Let me go to the Wikipedia for this shit. Okay. Oh god. This is a hard movie to explain. This was a very mixed movie, but I fucking loved it. Okay. A
Crazy
CIA
idea.
agent operation so yeah, instead of shooting bullets, you unfire it. You have the bullet. Yeah,
Well,
some shit like that. This is a bunch of weird shit in the movie. And what happens is like there's certain guns that like move they shoot bullets that they catch bullets that move backwards through time, meaning they've already been shot or some shit like that. And he like goes to look for the bullets, and it's like a spy type movie. And it's like there's this one part of the movie where there's this battle where like there's a battle where one group of soldiers is moving forward in time and one group of soldiers is moving backwards in time.
so how's that work? How's it being filmed? The
One group.
when he shoots, the bullet is coming from far away and is coming back into his gun.
Yeah.
So it's already been shot. He's getting there. These people are running in normal motion, and then the bullet is coming backwards and probably hitting somebody on the way. How is he attacking?
Whoa, dude.
Well, mind,
Dude.
dude, like you like solved it.
Dude. Nah, but I would love to see like the behind the scenes of that.
You ever watch the movie? You ever watch the movie Existence?
No.
It's a crazy movie where they create like this biological video game like world. You like you touch the controller somehow, and you transport yourself into this world that's a video game world. But it's like not a video game. It's kind of like a Sims. You feel me? Like it's just another world. You feel me? It's not like it's a game. It's just another. So like you could die in there, and it's just like you don't really die. So it's like it's a crazy. It's kind of like like Matrix and all this kind of other shit where it's like going to a different place, and it's tight.
Dude,
It was pretty tight.
wow.
Called Existenz, like exist and then ENZ.
You ever heard of the concept that existentialism exists because of how pointless and how like a lot of modern humans have a lot of lack of purpose, so they ended up so existentialism exists because modern humans have less purpose.
Well, it's because we're aware and we're trying to figure out what we're even doing here. We have no idea why. Like what's our purpose?
Yeah, like I've been getting into a lot of like just like things that analyze the state of things, and I think that like once people, I think that there's gonna be a big renaissance coming soon, but it comes when people decide to uh, localize uh, movements as opposed to flock to an area where everything's done there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you could
You
do
know,
that
I
right
was I
now.
was I was thinking the other day, bro, like when people ask like how did we get here and stuff like that, and then they'll be like, it's not some magic guy in the sky and stuff like that making things pop up. It was evolution. And I really thought about it, and I'm like, either way, whichever way you want to believe, whether it's Big Bang or it's whether we were created by somebody, either way, we believe in magic. Because what was, who created that ball that created the Big Bang? Why did that happen? Where did that come from? That created the universe,
And who created Elon Musk?
right? Like that guy, he's not from here, man.
Yeah,
That dude,
That Asperger's thing. He's trying to cover it up, dude. Dude, he's trying to cover up the fact that he's an alien, dude. God.
Dude,
And
that's totally a lie, bro. Like, did you really believe that? Like Asperger's, bro? Like,
bruh,
dude, that guy's totally a fucking alien, dude.
dude, one time I saw his eyeballs roll in the back of his head, dude. One time I did a a uh, a thermal scan of his brain on a video camera, and I saw that the heat signature was actually at his neck instead of his uh head. So that means his brain's in his neck, and he's an alien, dude.
Dude, that was so butchered, bro.
Hey, dude, I'm trying. Yeah, dude.
No, it's all good. Fucking bro, it sucks, dog, because Elon goes on to fucking SNL and everyone's expecting the shit to blow up to $1. I'm like, I've been in Doge, so I'm like, I'm waiting. And that
You're
motherfucker
invested
makes
in
it
it?
drop. Yeah, I've been in that shit. And that shit just drops. He goes on that shit. But right now it's climbing back up. It's at like 55, I believe. Where's my phone?
Do you know that Meek Mill bought $50,000 worth of Dogecoin?
Yeah, that's probably why it fucking dropped, bro. Meek Mill is straight L's. I never seen somebody take as many L's as Meek Mill. Like, I don't know how this man is still around.
That sucks because, like, I live near Philly and, like, OG Flamers mixtapes, all that shit. It's like, I love that shit, but it just sucks to see him, like, he's basically like French Montana at this point. Just like that guy who has a lot of poppin' songs. But he is way more respected than French Montana, for sure. Like, on a lyrical and rap level, way more respected than French Montana. And he has, like, um, what am I saying? Like, he's just,
French Montana used to be really dope, bro. When he started, he was dope. When he was with Max B and shit like that. And then out of nowhere, bro, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because he went to the South or some shit. Like Fat Joe, when he went to the South, he kept making hits. You feel me? He's still dope. I fuck with Fat Joe. French Montana, bro. As soon as he fucking started fucking with the South, he just trash, bro. Trash upon trash. It started with he ruined the Return to the Mac song. He ruined Hell on Earth. I was just like, dude, stop, retire, please. Like French Montana really fucking pissed me off, bro.
Yeah, I did a whole
He,
rant when he was like, "I have more hits than Kendrick." Like I did this huge rant on.
French said that?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but I ranted on him and I was like, French Montana,
I
like
mean,
you're a
if we're
joke.
keeping 100, like I mean, Kendrick, he definitely sells way more, and he definitely, he didn't have that much radio songs, did he?
Who?
Kendrick Lamar.
Bro. Ever since swimming pools, yes.
It was swimming pools. It was the recipe,
Swimming pools, money trees, poetic
money tree,
justice,
recipe, poetic
all
justice.
right. Effing
I don't really
problems.
hear those songs. Not in Florida. It was three songs: swimming pools. I heard poetic justice every now and then. Um, Definitely money trees and the recipe. Those four songs, and then French Montana. I know he had at least three, four radio joints.
Nah, nah.
But if we're
K
talking
Dot's got
about who,
more.
but if we're talking about who had way better music, who sold way more, definitely Kendrick Lamar. Like
Yeah.
it's not even boom. I'm talking about straight up like a radio song. Like I remember French Montana has a song with Kodak Black that was pretty tight. That was a radio track. That was like one of the only songs I like from French Montana.
But what I want to
It's a
know, like,
radio
is
song
what
that
it's
blew
like
up.
to go through that process where you basically become a robot to like a corporation. Like, I want to know what that's like in person. I don't want to see a firsthand experience. I know that sounds like a horrible thing to like have to actually want to see, but what is that like? Where you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, where you just become like someone like, uh, that just becomes robot, like a robot, dude. Like, or what we see as a robot and what we take less seriously after they blow up. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
But what's the question? Like I don't
I
know.
know I'm not really asking you a question. I'm just saying that I want to see that
What's it like?
firsthand and what's it like and what the process is like. Like I don't know. Like it's just confusing
I
to
mean,
me
I
how
don't
like
know
one.
I don't know the process. I just know that I've met artists that were independent, and then I met some artists that were major label. It's a few of them, and like it's definitely very like corporate. It's just like a product, you feel me? And like they weren't getting the money that the you feel me they're paying it out to get. You feel me? It's crazy. The independent artists, me and the people that I know, we were getting paid more money than the one that's like, you feel me, all over radio,
Yeah.
performing like maybe like when they were doing shows, they were doing all that, but on the streaming level, it's like the labels take most of that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
Even with the
Some of them
interview,
do
even with
crazy shit.
what you say?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
I was like, I don't know. Some of them just to get there, they do crazy shit. I don't really know. Can't get too deep into the divs. I've said some last time, but
Or even more.
yeah, there's not really much I can say.
Word.
I haven't experienced it that much. You feel me? I just a glimpse.
A glimmer, a glimmer into the rabbit hole of that realm. But um, yeah, I feel like people like I would just there's certain people I would never want to see get signed. Like if I would never want to see Slim Gorilla get signed, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to get signed. And like he pulls 100,000 monthly listeners, and he's like not signed,
Yeah,
bro.
when you're at that point, bro, you don't need nothing. You
Yeah,
feel me? You don't need a
he just
label
uses
if you're at
record union
100.
or DistroKid or whatever people use. Like record union's overlooked. Um, I tried to use CD Baby one time. It's fucking horrible. Took so
Yeah.
long to get set up. Oh my god, that pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, but it's really like it's really just a major label thing because like the independent labels, like I've experienced independent labels too. Like they're cool. You feel me? You it's kind of like that studio, that Fire Emoji studio, but
Just a
imagine
small
there's like
environment, you know, with the
yeah, but
homies.
it's like imagine like the Fire Emoji studio, but you got a boss right that in there that's not some huge corporate guy that has a ton of money that is investing in all that shit. You drop if you need anything, you got people in each room that'll help you. A person that films the video, a person that does the graphic banner, The person, you feel me? And you're also next to a ton of artists, you feel me? Ton of artists that are chasing their dream. They walk in the studio rubbing shoulders with you. You feel me? If there's three, four studios in there, and three of them got a bunch of, you feel me, artists that are chasing their dream, they're actually seeing success, and then they end up working together right there. They're like, yo, I fucks with you, I fucks with you too. Boom. And then all of a sudden they're in each other's videos and they're making music together. And then boom, all of a sudden that's like a huge like synergy. Like they both benefit from working together. You feel me? And they tend to make history. Like the music is good if they're in a good environment like that. You feel me? So when I say labels like are fucked up or whatever, I'm really meaning like a major label. You feel me?
Yeah, just
And I
like a
know that,
UMG type shit.
yeah,
And
like,
even with people that I know that have actually like not never really sacrificed their integrity with like a big major label, it's usually like a smaller big label like Empire. Empire is the wave if you want ever want to sign to like a big major label. Like I know I interviewed someone that signed to Empire and he got like a more than he got like over 50. He got like a 70-30 deal with Empire, like where he
oh
owns
yeah,
70. He owns 70 and that the Empire owns like 30. And like if you're gonna sign to a big label like that, you gotta own more than that, and
that's
that's just
that's
rare.
that's that's decent, but you have to figure out how much they're gonna put in to help to get to that 30%. You feel me? It can't just be like, oh, we sign you and we're putting your name on your releases, but we're not doing anything to help out. You feel me? When you're not using the studio, the green screen room is always taken, and you feel me? It's just like they have to do something to be able to earn that 30%. You know what I'm saying?
Or else they'll get out, they'll dip, or be
There first
removed.
there has to be first if you're gonna sign a contract, there has to be an expiry. You feel me? Make sure there's like a one
Is there some
year
without them?
mode. Like these fucked up deals, there's no expiry. They're like you have to do 5 albums. Okay. So they decide when these albums get released. If they don't want to release that fifth album, you're stuck in this contract.
Mm.
You feel me?
And
So
they're
you
only
have to
gonna want
get
to
a
release it if you're doing good streams. Like that's why Drake is out of his deal
yeah. So
because he
they're gonna be like
drops good shit and people fuck with it.
exactly. They're gonna be holding you like maybe like Wayne, old baby, one more album, and he was like, hold on, I'm gonna hold you because the lo- the longer that he holds him, the more money he's getting from his older albums. You feel me? I mean, like the more money he's gonna keep generating on top of Wayne from his shows or whatever. You feel me? Whatever they have
Birdman's
planned.
richer than most rappers ever.
So yeah, for
And
sure.
he,
He just talked about how he gets 30 million a year, you know, doing from the Masters. You feel me? Off of Young Money.
dude,
So I mean, off of Cash Money. So
I
you feel me?
simultaneously
Like
do and do not aspire to be like Birdman, if that makes sense.
no, make sure you read your contract. Make sure there's an expiry on the contract. You feel me? 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You feel me? I would at most 4 or 5 year deal. You feel me? And it would have to say like, let's say there's 3 albums, they have to release these 3 albums. You feel me? It would have to say that in the contract. Even if the I only got 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying? If they don't release these contracts, I could probably, you feel me, like release even earlier. You feel me? If they're holding like if you could put like one album a year, you know, they're not gonna wait for the last year to release these 3 albums. You feel me? They have to release an album on this year. If not, they void the contract right there. You feel me? You could just say fuck that. Like you guys aren't doing your end of the deal.
Have you gotten offered
So
before?
yeah, so people need to understand, bro, that you can negotiate, you can renegotiate, you can make new contracts. Like people, you can't just be like, okay, this is what you're gonna give me, yes or no. You feel me? You could be like, no, first, okay, you want to do a 5 album deal? Okay, we have to release one album per year, and there's a 5 year expiry. That's it. You feel me? So
Yeah, what I
at
love to
that
see
point,
is a
that
huge
there has to be a
artist.
stipulation, you know?
What I love to
What
see
were you
is
saying?
I'm just saying like what I love to see is a huge artist go independent after their label deal like expiring, and they do good when they're independent and shit like that. Like this is not really that big of an example of that, but like Drake right now, seeing him get out of the Cash Money deal and his next album will be an OVO and under Republic release, hella inspiring right there. And he's on his own and shit and probably making way more money than he ever uh did under Cash Money. I remember
For sure.
in Drake's big inspiration. I mean, like I fucking love Drake. Or honestly, like I'm able to go listen to like some like Young Vader right one day, and then listen to Drake on some shit. Like I'm really like I'm very like not. I don't only listen to underground shit, but I fucking love the underground community right now. It's a great community. It's probably the most accepting community I've ever been involved with in terms of anything creative. But
For
have
sure.
you read it? Have you like gotten a deal before, like from a label?
Nah, when I was working with the label, it was more like a freelance. Like I didn't sign anything.
Videography,
Yeah,
for
it was
sure.
just as a videographer, and like I could do whatever I want. I could use their label as much as I wanted, and that was the cool thing about them. I'm still cool with them. I can go back there anytime. I can get a job with them anytime I want. But I'm just, they even like me for my music. Like if I go there and I want to sign with them as a music artist, it'd probably be they consider it. But I'm at a point right now where I don't need that. You feel me? I can just keep releasing music from home. I don't need anybody. And I just got a green screen here. I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna start doing some cool green screen videos, and then I'm gonna teach my brother how to film me, and then it's a
MTV
wrap.
too.
Yes, sir.
All
I'm
right,
gonna um, I'm gonna put up a 30-minute impression video. I might put do it in parts first. That
that's
I've been
dope.
saving for like 2, 3 years, bro.
That's dope. That's dope.
Well, NEM TV 2, since we're gonna start off with that, because the first channel, like I said, was demonetized. So now I get to, actually start from scratch. I'm gonna start re-uploading, just like we said last time. So I'm gonna start uploading new stuff on there. I might transfer all the interviews over. And I got a vlog that I did in Vegas
Oh my
that
god,
I'm gonna premiere it on there.
dude, I'll pay you to leak it to me now.
NFT, bro.
NFT. Oh my god, have you like? There's so much new like stuff
I'm
that
actually
Gary Vee would talk about. You know what I mean?
I'm actually confused as fuck, like
Do you want to know what
about
it is? I just watched a video on it.
like I know what it is, but I just don't know like the value. Like why is it all this stuff so expensive? Why do all this Ethereum, whatever, just for a little tweet or some shit?
People just are making shit up because they know that they can make money off of making shit up. That's my take on it. Like they had a whole the only thing on Saturday Night Live that's really funny now is the two news guys. Like they're the funniest part of Saturday Night Live, and they
Yeah.
did a whole skit where Elon Musk was like explaining to them. He was like, "So Dogecoin, it's the future of cryptocurrency." And then the two guys continuously asked him, or like, "So what is it? What's Dogecoin?"
What is it?
And
Yeah,
then
I
he,
saw that. I
yeah,
caught
that
on
was
right
funny as shit.
as soon as I turned on Saturday Night Live because they have some international live link that they gave out for YouTube, and then I caught on. That was as soon as I turned it on, it was that skit.
Yeah, that's like a goated skit right there because like it shows that it's really just made up and people are it's just a hustle. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
But because of that, fucking the shit fucking dropped, bro. It's like, dude, relax.
yeah. I feel like only really Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones that like people should actually care about. I think.
Nah, if you can catch these coins early. By the way, Shiba, SafeMoon, invest in that shit right now. If you catch them early, you can really make some money. I have a friend today made like 100 grand today.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I would say that if you're gonna invest in this, make sure that like the what you invest is like less than way like probably less than 1/4 of what you own. Like don't
nah,
invest like half
if you're
of it.
gonna trade period, bro, you have to trade with money that you don't care about, money that you could lose like today.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Have you ever gotten into that or nah?
Yeah, I've been trading forex and binary options since like 2014.
You had a lyric
Um,
about binary options, right?
you caught that shit?
Yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, bro! Finally, someone brought that up.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that was a because like I just put on the Lost Tapes one on the way to like wherever I'm at work or whatever. And also I've been listening to because that was the one I mainly listened to because I'm just right now honestly I've been starting to like buy CDs without ever hearing them or like
Mhm.
hearing of like one time I went to I was thrifting and I found a Viro the Virus CD. Never heard of him, never heard of any of that, and then just put it in. But I on the third
What's
track,
his name?
Chronic Viro the Virus,
Viral the Virus.
New Jersey
Never heard.
underground rapper, fire. Passed away. He went missing from 2009 to 2012, and then he was revealed to be dead. But fire rapper right there. I'll send you a
Damn,
link.
RIP.
What did you say?
I said RIP.
Yeah, I'll send you a link afterwards. But so on the third track of Chronic Cartel, you sampled Mind Playing Tricks on Me, dude. Four walls, just stare. Oh my
Hell
god,
yeah.
that was
I kind of cringe when I hear that track today though, because when the bass on there, the key is off. Like I only learned how to mess with the key and stuff on bass and all this shit after I made that song.
sounds like an early state. Well, not early, but like you were still in the getting in the groove of things.
I mean, I'm still learning to this day, you know.
Yeah,
I don't feel like you ever get to a point where like, all right, I know everything about producing music. Like
yeah.
I've done stuff before that beat that was good and wasn't off key, but then there's certain songs that you just hear now and you're just like, damn, bro, that's off right there. Luckily though, I the computer that I have out here, I believe has the project to that song. I can fix it. So I think I'm gonna do that. Re-release the song with the bass
Dude, we
fixed.
gotta get on Discord or like and make some stuff, dude. You don't know how bad. I don't know. One day a Mad Snake and NEM collab will happen. But, anyways,
Do it.
um, the Chronic Cartel that just has a lot of great stuff on there, and obviously that was with Wolf. And let me think. What could we go into? Do you have like? Is he gonna be? What's the new project called that you're getting Lil B on? It was like I forget the title of it, but you posted
Yeah,
about it.
Taylor based old head.
Taylor based old head. And I've been talking with Lil B about an interview, but like, how'd you talk with him, like, about doing stuff?
He put his he said DM me if you want to work, and then I sent him stuff like every now and then I'll send stuff, and then one time he was I forgot what it was. I believe it was about LGBT. He said if you're an LGBT artist or whatever and you want to work, hit me up. So I said fuck it, I would try it out, and then he replied back said he loved it. It was actually the Chronic Cartel album that I sent him.
Oh, you sent him the Chronic Cartel album?
Yeah,
Just
that's what he told me was good.
that's tough. So you're bisexual, right?
Yeah,
I am too, and I've said this in interviews before. So it's good. That's the
that's what's
thing we
up.
have in that's the thing we have in common. Um,
Really?
hell yeah. So you've been doing some cloud rap, and I'm pretty sure you probably know a lot more about cloud rap than me. But like what what's the urge? Is it just relaxing you to make that type of stuff?
Yeah, to be honest with you, what really got me into this whole scene was when I was listening to Lil B and he was making music with Clams Casino.
The bass
And then
community.
yeah, and then when I listened to Clams Casino, I got into ASAP Rocky and that got me into Space Ghost Perp and then Raider Clan and then feel me? So it's like without Lil B and Clams Casino, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. That's kind of why the song that we're doing together is very Clams Casino-ish. Like
Because
when you
it goes base community, Raider Clan community, and fan base. Then it goes to schema, or I don't know if there's something in the middle that I'm missing, but
it's like a tree, yeah.
because like
It
yeah,
started with that.
it's just the Raider Clan, and I kind of talk about this with um Wolf, is that it's just the impact was. I kind of said this with Slim Gorilla too, because like he is an example of how much it's impacted the underground. Because Passion Plays are a pretty good machine of the underground that I've really like.
I fucks with Slim Gorilla heavy, bro. I've been trying to. I mean, I haven't really reached out yet, but that's the dude that I'm just like, bro. If I made the song with him, it would be tight.
Well, you know that and if you're a fan of him, did you? I don't know if you've seen his recent post, but he's dropping 3 albums in a couple days. Three
Three?
10-track albums, yeah, on one day. And I'm gonna explain to you the chronology and meaning of each album because he explained it on his story. It's so beautiful what he's going down. The more popular out of the three would be the Pimpdemic. He's pushed that a lot. You probably may have heard that term said by him, but Here we go. So there's keep it moving, lets you know your L's are. I'm reading this off a story. Lets you know your L's are not losses; they are lessons. Keep it moving. Okay, there's that.
I like that.
Yeah. Then passion paradise lets you know to continue your passion and live your life on a paradise level. And then there's the pimpdemic. Lets you know that through this pandemic, lets you know that through this pandemic, you gotta turn it into a pimpdemic and get a bag and absorb the game.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, what do you think?
That's the game right there. I fucked with him.
Yeah, man.
Your L's are actually lessons. I like that.
Yeah. What are they? What's the quote from Flight Reacts? Turn used to be a walking L, or wait, turn my life from a walking L to, I forget. I don't know, some shit like that. Walking L, turn it into a lessons. I don't know. I love like shit like that. Shitty generic quotes. I love talking about them. What's your favorite shitty generic quote that's overstated?
A shitty generic quote. Money doesn't bring happiness.
What in your life made you like realize that's true? Because I feel like if people ever have that quote resonate to them, like, you know what I mean? Like what
To
moment?
me, it's not true. You feel me? It's a shitty quote because I mean, if you just have money, you just accumulate it, and you just buy materialistic things, it's not gonna make you happy. But if you use the money to help people, to chase your dreams, to feel me, pay all the bills, so you don't have to worry about no bills and none of that shit.
All right, what though? You're frozen for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna have to edit this then, Michael. You're gonna have to edit this. What were you saying?
Let's wait for the connection to get better.
Yeah, testing.
Let me log off of the Wi-Fi and shit at my crib on my phone.
Okay.
Maybe that'll help.
Since this little portion of a minute won't be aired, but like, bro, like, where you live is beautiful, bro. Like, I don't know where you live at, but just look at the pictures and it's fucking beautiful, dog. Like, I don't know
Man,
where it is, but it's beautiful,
it's
man.
it's it's definitely beautiful in my backyard, bro. I'm gonna do a music video, probably to one of these cloud rap tracks to it soon, probably this week.
Yeah, you got to do like a. I'm not saying rip off the Breath of Rap thing, but you got to go like a country club or like some big area, wide area, or some shit, or natureous area, or maybe just do your backyard, like you just said.
Nah, my backyard is huge.
Oh word.
I mean, it has like 3 levels to it. There's a mountain in the back. There's a river. You see a river? I'm in Riverside right now.
Oh word. Well, what's the nearest city that you're near, or if you're in a city, I don't know.
I'm in Valadares, but the nearest city you see it in all these games. Whenever you want to create a character in Brazil, there's Belo Horizonte.
Oh word. Oh word. So,
Yeah, look that up, and you'll know I'm 5 hours away from there.
well, I want to talk about Brazilian cinema. Let's go into that. You saw my banner on my YouTube was Lil Z, formerly Lil Dice. So, how did you? What other Brazilian movies do you like? And also, do you want to talk about City of God?
Bro, City of God, they're like that's the greatest movie ever, bro. I don't
Dude,
care what
thank
anybody
you.
says.
Yes.
Like you can call it say I'm biased because I'm Brazilian, but I'm not, bro. Like from front to back, like that's a classic album. You feel me? It's perfect front to back. It's like every second of that movie counts. You feel me? There's nothing wasted.
Yeah. Let me
Is
rant.
the
Let me.
connection working? You good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna ramble on about
Okay.
this, and then I'll hear your thoughts. The editing is perfect. There is no
Go
flaw in the
ahead.
editing. It is the most well edited movie ever made. The character development is it's not just good because it's character development. People say character development's good. Like the reason it's so good, the character development, is because the main character is not an actual gangster and it's a movie about gangsters, so you get a completely different perspective from all the other gangster movies.
Exactly,
Because all the other
exactly.
gangster movies, like, so I met Tony, you know what I'm saying? And then Tony said, it's all about loyalty. It's not about the money and all this. Every gangster movie
Exactly.
is the
But in
same.
this, it's like perspective of a journalist, a guy that's just a
And he
photographer. You
lifts
feel me?
himself up at the end of the movie. He actually, there's like a
Oh yeah.
positive ending to a movie where you see so much betrayal and sadness
And
and
and there's
tragedy.
also like a big cycle. Like you see kids at the end start their gangster life.
Yeah, like it never ends, but like at
Never
least the
ends.
main character is out, you know? And that's like
Yeah.
why it makes it so like you actually at the end of it you're like, "Oh, that was worth my time." So it's not like all shitty and negative and it's like the main
Exactly.
character is in a good place at the end of it.
Oh yeah, bro. That movie, I'm very proud of Brazil for doing that movie. There's also two movies after that, which is kind of like the SWAT version of City of God.
Yeah, you were telling me about that, but like I never got
Yeah.
into it.
It's in English, it's called Elite Squad. And then there's Elite Squad 2. And I forgot there's like a name, there's always like two, and then there's like a little name after that. Watch that shit, bro. It's like the first one is like it's pretty good. I didn't really like the ending, but the second one, it's like City of God level movie. Like the storytelling is just next level, bro. It explains Brazil's corruption to the fullest, like
I
to
don't know if I told you this,
masterpiece,
but I
bro.
had a Brazilian friend of mine on my podcast in like December, and he like ranted on like Brazil in general, and just it was a really political episode. It wasn't
He
like
didn't like it.
yeah, kind of a little bit. He was just he was like, I'm proud of like where I'm at, and like I got a cool software. I mean, he's just some guy I found on Discord, been playing games and shit. Or we just talked about how like it has to do with like architecture or some shit, and how architecture, not architecture, but I forget, but
Infrastructure.
infrastructure. Yeah, the way the city
I
deals
already
with
know. I
that.
already know the word because that's the fucked up thing in Brazil. The infrastructure.
Could you go into that? Because
Like, there's
I'm
no
real
like,
ignorant to it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's no like big like I-95 highway that just all the way through Brazil.
There's none of that. Like it's really like
No, you
messed
have to
up.
go through. It's like mountainsides. You feel me? It's all mountainside type shit.
So like it's not
So
like
it's
the most well organized. It's not that organized, is what you mean.
no, as far as like logistic, like like for example, if I buy something out of Brazil and it gets imported in, it'll probably reach my house in like 6 months. That's terrible.
Oh God, that's 2 days in America.
Exactly. If I could buy something from China and it arrives in my house in 2, 3 days in America. In
Yeah,
Brazil, it'll be like unless of course you spend like the most expensive like 500 bucks shipping type shit.
yeah, yeah. But what do they call it? Express shipping or some shit. Like
Yeah, like expedited shipping like 500 bucks. It's insane.
yeah. What's the hot item that you usually get? Are you just buying CDs or like what is it? What do you like? Do you buy a lot of books? Are you like you know what I mean? Like what do you shop for pleasure on?
I used to be a CD guy, bro. Nowadays I don't really shop like that. As far as collecting anything. I'm really I got a million games. You feel me? I love going to GameStop and then all the games there that I love are like $3. Like 'cause I don't care about playing an Xbox 360. You feel me? It's not that far ago. The graphics are still good. You feel me? So I go and I go into GameStop and I can get a Fight Night round three for $3.
A lot of
So it's
gamer like people that are gamers that are all like catching up on the modern things and they're always playing with like their friends online. They're very elitist and they always are very trendy. Like it's like the game. You know how like how do I say this? About 10 to 15 years ago, the same people that were like the sporty people or like the jock people who like always were like playing like sports and stuff like that. They're now it's like you have to be a kid who like always cares about the new game and shit. And that's why like I don't play if the games I'm playing, it's like some obscure storyline mode game that's like actually fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or has a good story. Like, what's your favorite story mode game?
Story mode game. I used to play Mass Effect.
Oh, word. Yeah.
Mass Effect trilogy was tight. I like GTA, Saints Row.
What
Um,
did Wolf say about GTA? He was like, San Andreas is the best video game of all time. That
San
was
Andreas definitely, bro, up there. It's definitely up there, bro, because I love the whole gang system. You can just go and take their territory, and then they attack your territory. It's kind of influencing a game that I'm gonna create soon.
you're gonna. Yeah, you said this year is like a year of music for you, and then and speak on that. Speak on that. How what you're gonna do this year musically, and how what's coming next year. You posted about this on your story, but go ahead.
Yeah, I have a ton of music in the vault. You feel me? I have the album. I have a bunch of Wolf opens. I have a bunch of EPs to do with like Cold Blooded and Siren, Coda, Zave, and then
You and
like
Zave's one's
I'm gonna
probably gonna be
drop.
great.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, bro.
Your
Me and
voices like
Zave, we're gonna
not
make.
they don't sound the same, but they sound like really like mixed similarly, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And the tone of voice is very like similar.
it's gonna be fire, bro. So then after that I'm gonna drop like a project with like electronic music, like all like trance, house, drum and bass. You know, a lot of like early like 90 like people love my 90s style like hip hop, but I got a very 90s style and like electronic music.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be Euro dance in there
You ever
too.
heard
It's
techno
crazy. Sounds
funk?
pretty, bro.
Like this is a
Techno funk?
techno funk.
I
You ever
don't know.
heard
I don't
that?
know about techno funk. Nah, I used to listen to
Dude,
techno, a lot of techno,
dude.
go on the raves and shit.
So I'm gonna send you a link to it on DM. I'm gonna send you
Come
um
in.
my homie Conron made a
Huh? See it.
so my homie Conron made a track with he's made tracks with Baker and Jay Green, and he's in my music group, and he did a track called Techno Funk. It's got like 80,000 streams, but like, it's a fucking banger, and it's like he didn't create the genre, but I
Part of
think you could
the.
appreciate it.
Nah. Say that again, bro.
Hold up, I'm gonna edit around this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Take it, just in case you need it one day.
okay, cut in now. All right, so I sent you the link that techno funk track, but what can we expect from you next year though, creatively?
Yeah, that, I'm gonna probably try to go to Las Vegas again and stay there a few months, maybe even like up to at least 6 months over there. That's if everything goes right, you know, if everything goes as planned and all this music is released and you feel me, the streaming numbers are up and all that shit. I'll be able to go to Vegas. And when I go out there, I'm gonna meet up with Fire Emoji again. His studio was tight, and they got a lot of cool people there. It's a great environment, you
Yeah,
know.
tell
And
me about how that happened.
yeah, well, me and Fire Emoji, we go way back, bro. I know him for many years, and he was even a street schema at one point, trying to help us out.
Hey,
And we ended up he found out we were in Vegas, so he hit me up, and then on like when you feel me, we were in the middle of filming like on the strip and all like that. So after that, we went straight to his studio, and it was tight, bro. He has everything there. He has a bunch of rooms. One that has a green screen room. He has a regular studio. So if anybody needs to record and you're out in Vegas, make sure you hit up Fire Emoji Brian Dole on Facebook. Hit that dude up. He's mad cool, and he has a homie out there that he was playing like a game in the studio. It was like some GTA shit. It's True or Die Chirac. It's gonna come out, I believe, in December. There's already a trailer. It's tight. It's some GTA shit, and
True or Die Chirac. I'm googling that.
yeah, look it up on Instagram. They have an IG. Um, that shit. It's he knows exactly kind of what I'm going for my game. So I'm gonna hit them up to see if we could get that game out the way. Cause the dude he got skills, bro. You're gonna see this game is fire.
What's your type of game?
It's in that realm. I don't want to reveal too much, you feel me? But it's in that realm.
Yeah.
There's gonna be various stuff influenced by GTA, Saints Row, this game, a
Saints
bunch
Row
of
is
bunch of
fire.
different games.
Are you gonna do the soundtrack for it?
Shit, bro. If he wants me, bro, I'm down. I'm trying to have like a radio station on one of these games. You feel me?
Wait, are you saying are you making your own game or are you making the game with him?
I'm making my own game, but I saw his game. I'm like I'm letting you know that like what is making me go back to Vegas next year is because I met these guys. If I was gonna do the game by myself anyways, I already started it. I
Oh, so
already
it's gonna
have
be
the
like y'all
scouts.
uniting and doing it.
Exactly. Like I
Dude,
met
that's
this dude because I'm
dope.
like, bro, this is the guy. You feel me?
That's so
So
dope.
you feel me? If things go as planned, that's gonna take us to the next level. All of us.
Yeah, dude. I obviously my resources are limited now, but I feel like if I were to do a vlog of any place, I'd like to vlog that studio. I feel like it would be a fun video to make for sure.
For sure, bro. For sure.
But
There's some. I'm actually currently editing footage of us in that studio in the for the music video that we're doing.
when's the song that y'all made there, and like what type of song is it? Like, is it just a
It's
schema?
pretty much a anthem for Vegas.
Nice, nice.
It's kind of like Indonesia Part Two, but like Vegas version.
Oh, oh, where? But well, who's on that? Like, who's on that?
Me, Wolf, Zave, KB, and Jay Green. KB is in Cold Blooded.
Yeah, dude, that interview with him was really good. That I did with him. Like, he explained to me Homecoming and how Homecoming was made.
Yeah, even I learned from that. You feel me? I got the same feeling like, yo, this is an ill story right here. This is the type of shit I
Cause
look
like the
for in
amount of
interviews.
times I listen to Homecoming, it's like insane, dude. Like, I think that was one of the first tracks. Cause like I found out all this shit just because of me watching like a Lil Peep documentary. I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole journey, learning about what funk is, learning about any of y'all, all comes from me watching a Lil Peep documentary. I didn't even listen to Lil Peep's music before that. I just like
The
literally,
one on Netflix?
yeah, I just found all this shit on Netflix and I look up Jay Green, and then I like found one post where Jay Green shouts out every single schema member individually, and then I just literally followed everybody they tagged, and
That's
that's how I
what's up.
found y'all. But
Hell
so
yeah.
you've been trying to make like you've been doing that BeatStars thing, and you've been like the production, man. It's so good lately. Didn't you say you were trying to do like a little radio program that you were trying to do? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, like I was thinking of it. I was like, man, the beats that I'm making right now, like they're kind of chill, and you could definitely study or do some shit like that. So I was like, I wonder what it takes to have one of those 24/7 radios on YouTube. And then you went and commented talking about that shit like 2, 3 hours later. I was like, bro, I was just thinking about that shit. And it turns out, like I saw one video, shit costs money. The shit was like 30, 40, 50, $60 a month. But then I saw another video right after that was free.
Oh, there's always some
Oh.
video. There's always some video that shows
Yeah.
the normal way to do it that costs money, and then there's the video that like says no, do this way.
They're like, fuck that video. Check this way. And
Yeah,
then boom, that's the video I find, and then boom, I end up doing everything for free.
yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out how to crack Omnisphere, dude, because I'm sick of using Citrus. All the beats I've been using Citrus, and I just
Citrus, Jesus,
yeah, Citrus is like
bro.
it's
I,
it's
I'll find the honest. No, wait, no, delete that. Make sure you edit that part out. I'm not gonna tell you anything, but yeah, don't. We'll figure a way to get you some Omnisphere, bro.
yeah, dude,
The-
because like
That or get there's Omnisphere. There's a expand two. That one's tight.
yeah, my friend uses Nexus too.
Yeah, Nexus I definitely use for a bass. And I definitely need to get more into it for when I make electronic music. There's like a million presets for like electronic music on Nexus.
Yeah. If you were approached to like do a soundtrack for a movie, what genre do you think you would make a really good soundtrack to? What type of movie?
Bro, I can easily make some horror shit, but
You and Sempra make both executive producing the soundtrack. I don't know how much you know Sentra and work with Sempra, but that would be dope.
man, Semper like his beats, you could definitely see those. horror movies or some shit like that for sure.
Infinity said, you know, out of all the things Infinity said, this is probably my favorite thing he said is that if Semper removed all the beats, all the percussion and 808s from his beats, it would just sound like a movie horror track, horror movie soundtrack. That was like one of the more intelligent things Infinity said. I don't want to hop on
For
his
sure.
show, but he's like, I don't know what that takes, but whatever. Um,
Infinity's cool, man.
yeah, he's
Hit him
always
up,
like,
bro.
I don't mean this in a negative way, but he's like so like involved with Schema. I thought he was in it. You know what I mean? Like
That's
he's more
definitely
supportive than
the
me. I don't even know how that is possible, but he's very supportive of y'all.
yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, yeah. He's always doing. He did a link up with Coda, and that was cool to see. But
Yeah, I believe he's gonna be at the ATL meet at the end of the month. There's gonna be a big schema meet at the end of the month.
what does that mean? Like, is it just
There's
a
gonna be a big
concert?
meet. No, like meet, kind of what we did in Vegas, like get together to make music and do videos. There might be a show too. I believe we're talking about that.
Uh, or would you ever consider? And this is kind of off the. Would you ever make a lo-fi beat, or do you not want to do that? Because I've it's been tempting to me.
I've done some. If you listen to my All Made of Beats volumes, there's one called High Flying Lotus, and like I was saying hi to Flying Lotus. I was doing like a very lo-fi beat in his realm. I've done some Jay Dilla type beats, like some real like boom bap.
Yeah. You do, yeah, you do really good boom bap.
Have you ever checked out? Have
No.
you checked the All Made of Beats tapes?
Now when I edit this, I'll play it. I'll go to the Bandcamp and
Yeah,
check that out. But so
no, it's all good. If I'm just letting you know, like whenever you get a chance, check them out. Like even if like how you like checking like lost tapes and like old like obscure stuff. Even the first volume, there's some good stuff on there, bro. Like
I'll
I'm
do it
not
chronologically.
trying to yeah, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. But there's some beats even on the first tape that I was like, yo, this is trippy. Like,
No, I love beat tapes. I've dropped my own beat tapes before. I've dropped probably
hell yeah.
3 to 4 or 5. I don't know. But
Bro,
now,
I heard that one I heard that one beat you did that you sampled 3 6 Mafia.
with the misled one,
What was it that you sampled?
misled.
What was it? Nah, it was
Was it a song that was out, or did I email it to you?
I, I believe you emailed it to me first and then you released it.
Uh,
Glock.
I don't know. We'll talk about it after if
What's
we'll
that
figure.
sample? It was like the one that I've heard it a million times. I've heard it a million times.
Oh, Lord
That
have
one was tight.
mercy.
It was a cool beat, bro.
The Mask and the Glock. Was it Mask and the
Mask
Glock?
and the Glock.
Yeah. I sampled
Yeah.
that, but nah. I recently did that. I recently found out what that song sampled, what Mask and the Glock sampled, and sampled what Mask and the Glock sampled, and did a completely different type of beat off of that vocals chop. It was some 70s black exploitation film soundtrack. It was like the singing in the background. But let's talk about the Hey Russia EP. That was a banger. That was fire. Um, what was that? Like, was it just like you explained on Bandcamp that it was just a bunch of tracks you did with Russian producers and stuff like that. Yeah, what was the recording of that like?
At first, that was an EP that I was doing with 3 guys. It was Mingist, DJ Mingist, uh, Cuz You Fag. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Cuz of Fag or some shit. His name is. And then Serge Laconic or Serge Lasonic. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name either. And but a bunch of shit got in the way. I ended up working with a label for like a whole year. So like I was working as a videographer, so I had no time to make music like that. Like
Yeah,
every
the
now and then I'll drop a
Brazilian
song, but
artists, right? The
yeah,
Brazilian artists.
I was in Brazil working with a ton of Brazilian artists, And then but that shit took all my time. I was my quota was first 4 videos a month, and then it turned to 8 when Corona came, because they weren't doing shows anymore. So now they needed 8 videos from me a month. Like that. Like imagine, dude, doing 8 music videos a month.
Gosh,
Imagine filming and then editing and putting effects and all that shit, and then opening a whole new
you
project,
edited it too.
and
You
then
weren't just a filmer.
oh yeah, bro, straight start to finish, all me, bro. I was like the main guy at the label, and this is like one of the biggest labels in Brazil. Feel me? They had the first Brazilian that had 1 billion plays on the song.
Mm.
So it's like that was a ton of pressure, and they got 8 videos of me a month. So I was like,
You're still
yo,
doing
I
that
fucks
now,
with
right?
y'all. Huh?
You're still doing that now, right? A little bit, right?
I still do music videos, but I'm on break, bro. That shit is it's a ton of work, man. I ran out of gas on that. You feel me? I need to fill up the gas before I get back into that. So they had me doing 8, and then so I couldn't work on music. Like they would get me in the studio, and I'd be like, bro, I can't think of no rhyme, dog. I was just in front of a computer all day. Like
Yeah.
I'm straight. You
Well,
feel me? And then
a lot of your Brazilian collabs are really good. Like the Smoke one with Brazu. You and Brazu are really good together. I don't know who that is, but like you said, it was one of your homies. I think I might ask you that. And the Marco Z guy, that shit was nuts. That was fucking nuts. Like get
where do you fuck with it?
yeah, you and the British guys collabs. I don't know your homie, your your people that you like. I don't know. You're probably known since y'all are before puberty. That's my guess. But who are these people that who are your favorite like artists pre schema that you worked with? You know what I mean?
Man, me and Marcos, you feel me, Marco Z or Marcos, we were a group called Pure Balance. And but first before that, I was me and my boy Cosmic. This was like middle school, you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
And like we performed at like they performed at a talent show, my group. And then from one day to the other, we were like the whole school knew us and they were backing us. But like I talked about this last time. We ended up doing drugs, not working. And then I started after I started taking a bunch of acid, listening to Lil B and getting back
Mike
acid,
Tyson.
taking acid. Me and Mike Tyson taking acid.
Were
So
you the
then
one? Did you deliberately decide to sample that, or was that just the producer?
that was me. I sampled that.
That's yeah, that's fire.
I was just that was the little B in me just fucking around. You feel me? And like, I just heard him say acid in a interview, and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna sample that shit next time I do a trippy song. So then I started doing that, and then Marcos, like he was a dude that like after Cosmic pretty much retired of rapping, Marcos started rapping, and then like I taught him how to flow, I taught him how to roll blunts and everything. Like he became a best friend. He started living with us. He was a roommate at one point. We had the booth in the closet. You feel me? And we got into a ton of shit, and that's when I worked with Dizzy Wright. You feel me? Me and him and Dizzy Wright were on a song. Me and Marcos and him, and then Marcos ended up getting into a relationship, and that pretty much like once that happened, like especially when it's like a marriage type deal, like it kind of like
Yeah, provide.
you feel me? It kind of the music started getting into the plan B or back burner, and then we working a lot, and he pretty much stopped rapping. And then this song that we did just now was like the first song we did since like 2011, I think.
Probably the one
And
on
bra
Lost
and
Tapes.
Brazu is just a dude that he was the homie that he was working at Papa John's with me. And then
Florida
he's a
or
trip,
Brazil?
man. He's a crazy. He's one of the Brazu worked with me at Papa John's
No, I'm saying was
when I
that
was
in
like
Florida
16,
or
17.
when you were living in Florida?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Florida.
That's dope.
All this Brazu, all these people that I worked with, like even on I have a tape called Third World Tendencies on my Bandcamp that is like half English and half Portuguese. That was me getting all my Brazilian homies and we doing a album together. You feel me? And that's where you get Marcos, Brazu, Cosmic all on one album. You feel me? Those are the homies. And I still chill with Cosmic to this day. Like we just made a song the other day. He's the funniest person that exists. Like I've seen Dave Chappelle live, right there. I've laughed for a whole hour watching Dave Chappelle, and I still think my boy Cosmic is the funniest person alive. And our plan is to do like a podcast soon, an English one and one in Brazil, in São Paulo, with all the Brazilian homies.
You're gonna start a
He's-
podcast.
yeah, he's gonna be like a Howard Stern. He's like a Howard Stern, like, but he's much funnier. Imagine Howard Stern, but funnier than Dave Chappelle. That's gonna be the
Mm.
podcast that's
Did you
coming
watch
with
the
me.
Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan one that just happened?
I watched the first like 20 minutes. I need to go back and finish it.
Yeah, they originally did one with Donnell Rawlings, but every time, dude,
I saw that one.
Donnell Rawlings is funny, but every time Joe Rogan really has this really good guest, like one time he had the RZA on, and Donnell just ruins
Yeah, the
it and just yeah,
RZA.
but Donnell ruins it and chimes in every 10 seconds, and like he always has somebody get like Joe Rogan's like, "Yo, welcome, this is an epic guest right,"
So
and
why you mad, son? Tell him why you mad, son. You just be loud and shit, just talking over the person.
yeah. Yeah. But what was I saying? He had the RZA on, and like that kind of ruined it because like I was like, it's like I'm trying to hear the history of like how RZA was like selling socks to buy the software and machinery to make 36 chambers. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like that's great. And then Donnell just screams some bullshit, but but he also did one of the more impressive Joe Rogan ones is he had Mike Judge and Willie D on,
Word, Mike Judge.
and but Willie D at the same time. Mike Judge and Willie D at the same time.
Willie D from Ghetto Boys
Yes, yeah,
and Mike Judge.
in the same room. Yeah.
That's random.
Well,
But why?
Mike Judge used his music in one of my favorite movies, Office Space. That
Yeah.
movie soundtrack is laced in Ghetto Boys. I think there's still Damn It Feels Good to Be Gang. I think that's it. There's only two songs,
Yeah.
but like
Now it makes sense. Now it
yeah,
makes
and they
sense.
both live in
Now I
Austin,
see that now I see the connection.
and they both live in Austin in the Austin area,
True.
and oh my God, Austin is like it's basically L.A. now, but I don't know. I don't get
Austin
the
was tight, man. Austin was tight.
I don't get the
But
appeal of L.A. But
I
anyways,
heard that I heard they closed down Castle Hill in Austin, which is like a tragedy.
what's Castle Hill?
Castle Hill, did you watch the Indonesia video or in the little Wolfie Wolf interviews I did with him?
No,
You watched the Indonesia video. You had to.
no.
Me, Wolfie Wolf, and Diggy 1D from chapter 3, Schema. We're still scheming.
Okay, I'll look into
Watch
that.
that video. Watch that video. You're gonna see a legal graffiti area. You feel me? There's a bunch of people there, people smoking weed, just doing graffiti. And it's like three steps,
Uh,
three huge floors of graffiti, legal. And that shit, the view behind it was Austin, Texas. You just like, you feel me? You just see it all like
yeah.
that's what watch the interview I did for Wolf or the the Indonesia video. You'll see
I
Castle
watched
Hill.
the interview you did with Wolf.
Yeah, then you see that we're like in some place where there's a bunch of graffiti going on,
Oh, okay.
and we're like,
So
then
that's
there's
what
a
Castle
city
Hill
behind.
is.
Yeah, that's Castle Hill, and they closed that.
Why? Oh, cause COVID. If I hear the sentence, three words, cause of
No,
COVID.
no. They straight up closed it. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know if the city wasn't with it or the person who owned it just wanted the money or some shit, but they closed that shit, and it was one of the coolest places because like not only was there that, but like right next to it was like a huge house party, and that's where we got weed. We were looking for weed, and someone sent us there, and that's how we found out about Castle Hill. You feel me? And we walked in there, and it was like some crazy party. It was me, Wolf, Diggy. We walked into this house party, and it's like a rock concert going on upstairs, and there's a bunch of kids. Dude, what's up, bro? And they're like, yeah, dude, go upstairs, bro. That's where the weed's at, bro. And then that's where we went, and then
You want
it
a
was a
white
trip.
claw,
Like
dude?
we walked in, there was like a mosh pit in the attic. You feel me? And then right next to that was Castle Hill. So I was like, bro, I like Austin. This place is tight, bro. I can come back here. And then boom, I find out that that place is closed. That's whack.
Damn, that sucks. I wish
I
I
gotta
could
fix this
travel in
mic.
time
Hold
machine and
on.
check that out.
Yeah, bro, you missed Castle Hill.
Yeah, but also I could probably never. I don't know that, but I'll eventually try and check out Austin and see what's that. But I really want to go check out see like a Souls Day show or some shit. I have a lot of shows I want to see.
Definitely go for I don't know if South by Southwest is cool anymore, but that's why we were there in the first place. It was to go to South by Southwest, and that place was,
Cause you performed at South by Southwest, right?
yeah.
How did that come about? Was it just like the buzz of Schema at the time, or did someone have a obscure connection?
We knew this guy named Chris Adams. He makes music too. I believe he has a song with Riff Raff, and he performs in that area. He looks kind of like Riff Raff, like his cousin or some shit. And then he's a fan of us. He knew me and Boz, and he hit us up, both of us, and
Boz was
told us
crazy.
like, yeah. And then
He's
we
sweet.
set it up. Yeah, so then we set it up, and then but as that was happening, Jay Green, Peep, and Ghostman were doing a show in Bakersfield, so that's why they weren't there.
Mm, mm. But yeah, that sounds like. Is there a video of that somewhere? Like, I assume.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm gonna check
there's
that
there's
out.
a video of that. There's actually a scene of it in the Indonesia video. There's scenes of Wolf freestyling on the mic at Castle Hill, and there's scenes of all of us on stage. Me, uh, Envy Schema, Wolf, Diggy 1D, Trap Sade, and Young Warden Buffett.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this right now before we wrap this up. You're a
Mm-hmm.
big inspiration to me, bro. The multimedia, the fucking, I'm gonna film this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna film this, I'm gonna film that, and then you're also gonna drop like actually like huge high quality like music, but you're also able to do many types of art forms. NEM, you're a big inspiration right here, and I'm
Yeah,
very happy to
appreciate.
have you on the show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could inspire. I'm glad I can help in any way.
All right, see you guys in the next video.
See you.